We all say we want a simple life, less clutter, less stress, more peace. Yet somehow we fill our days with noise, distractions, and endless scrolling. The truth is, simplicity looks easy on the outside but feels uncomfortable on the inside. Because simplicity demands honesty with ourselves, our needs, our priorities. It means confronting the truth that maybe we've been chasing things that don't matter as much as we thought they did. That's hard. It's easier to stay busy than to stay real. But simplicity isn't about having less. It's about making room for what matters more. Not about throwing things away, but about creating space for purpose. When we start peeling back the layers of excess, we start to hear something deeper, our own voice. That quiet whisper that's been drowned out by noise and expectations. And that's where the journey begins. Not toward less, but toward clarity.
Ow.
In Japan, simplicity isn't a trend, it's a philosophy. From Zen gardens to the art of tea, every detail reflects mindfulness and intention. The Japanese concept of the beauty of empty space, teaches us that absence can be just as powerful as presence. It's the pause between notes that makes music, the silence between words that gives meaning. Japanese design and culture show that simplicity isn't emptiness, it's balance. They live by the idea that what you remove is as important as what you keep. That's why a Japanese home often feels calm. It's not because it lacks things, but because every object has a purpose. Imagine living that way emotionally, carrying only what matters, letting go of the rest. Isn't just a design principle, it's a way to breathe again. A reminder that peace isn't found in adding more, but in daring to want less. In a world obsessed with perfection, Japan offers something profoundly healing. Wabi-Sabi, the appreciation of imperfection and impermanence. It's the crack in a teacup that tells a story, the weathered wood that carries history. Wabi-Sabi reminds us that beauty isn't flawless, it's honest. Life, like that cup, is never perfect. We're all a little chipped, a little cracked, and that's what makes us human. When we embrace Wabi-Sabi, we stop chasing impossible ideals and start embracing the present moment. We begin to see that the things we once tried to hide, our scars, our struggles, our doubts, are part of our unique design. Perfection isolates us, but imperfection connects us. So maybe the goal isn't to polish every rough edge, but to see the light that shines through the cracks. That's where authenticity lives, that's where peace begins. We often imagine simplicity as something spontaneous, a sudden decision to declutter or slow down. But the Japanese way teaches that simplicity is discipline. It's a daily choice to return to what matters again and again.
Oh.
Think of the tea ceremony. Every movement deliberate, every gesture mindful.
Oh.
There's beauty in repetition, in doing the simple things with great care. It's not about rushing to finish. It's about honoring the process. In our modern lives, that discipline might mean setting boundaries, saying no, or carving out quiet time. It's learning to pause before reacting, to breathe before deciding. Simplicity isn't found in a single act of letting go. It's cultivated in the consistency of mindful living. When we commit to that practice, something shifts. Life starts to feel lighter, not because it's easier, but because we finally stop carrying what's not ours to hold. Physical simplicity means little if our minds remain crowded. We can tidy our rooms, but if our thoughts are tangled, peace will still feel distant. The Japanese practice of zazen, or seated meditation, reminds us to declutter from within. To watch our thoughts pass like clouds, not to fight them, but to understand them. In stillness, we learn that we are not our worries. We are the space beneath them. The simplicity of the mind is freedom. It's not the absence of thought, but the ability to choose which thoughts deserve your energy. It's learning to let silence speak louder than noise. When we declutter internally, decisions become clearer, relationships deeper, and gratitude louder. The calm we seek in the outer world begins within, in that sacred stillness we so often avoid. It's there that life becomes simple again. In the end, simplicity isn't a destination, it's a way of being. It's found in the quiet morning light, the warmth of shared laughter, the small moments we once overlooked. The Japanese remind us that true beauty lies in the ordinary, in the things we do every day, if only we slow down enough to see them. Life doesn't need to be grand to be meaningful. It just needs to be present. Maybe the hardest part about simplicity is not the letting go, but the courage to live differently in a world that celebrates more. But once we do, we find something richer than success. We find contentment. So take a deep breath. Look around. Ask yourself, what can I release to make room for what really matters? Because in that quiet space of less, you might just find more than you ever imagined: peace, clarity, and the joy of simply being alive.